Welcome to Good Burger. Can I take your order? That's
What is wrong?
like.
What is wrong with us?
I don't know, man.
How is this the beginning of the episode? We sound ridiculous. Are you drunk?
No, not at all.
Neither am I. But I have been drinking this Canada Dry cranberry, and I don't do well with the caffeine. Is there even caffeine in this?
Probably not.
I'm hopped up. I'm excited about all these NFTs. How are you today, Ryan?
I'm good. We're non-fungible guys, and we're here to talk about non-fungible tokens and crypto.
Right. If this is your first time tuning in, this is NFGs, a podcast about crypto and NFTs, and it's our unabashed experience looking through this world and typically being overwhelmed and making a lot of mistakes. Well, most of the mistakes are made by myself.
Welcome to episode 5. Thanks for listening.
All right. So,
all right. See you later.
I know, right? Thank you. And cue music. So actually, speaking of music, the music that you're hearing right now is, where's it from?
Beyond Rockets, Decentraland, it's a play off the Friends coffee shop on their show.
Oh, right. Okay. It's a playlist that they created for the metaverse that they're creating. And it's lo-fi smooth beats. And we bought that NFT. I guess we have to start with that.
Decentral Perk.
It's a perk?
Decentral Perk is the coffee shop.
Oh,
it's called Central
yeah.
Perk in Friends. And I guess this is a play on that of Decentral Perk.
Nice.
So anyways, yeah.
That makes sense.
It's an album of lo-fi beats. Just, music to groove to. Get some work done.
Sounds really good. And we should probably kill that sound now anyways. So, you know what? Actually, when I saw that, I thought, this is really cool. This is like you know how you can have what's the Claymates, right?
Yeah.
Has the little frog on his shoulder.
They're like,
what are they called?
Not acquaintances, like
pals or comrades
yeah, there's always it depends on the project.
So for example, like if you buy an NFT and it's a PFP NFT, which is a profile picture NFT, basically a headshot of whatever your character is. Sometimes your character could just be wearing a hat or this or that, but other times they have pals, and like on his shoulder there could be a parrot.
This one actually it's an accessory.
Oh, it's an accessory? Okay.
On the one that we're talking about, it's a frog.
So on Claymates, one of the rare Claymates that are one of the Four Horsemen has, and like no one wants to call us, like the group doesn't really call themselves the Four Horsemen, but I do, so keeping it alive. And on the shelf, on the shoulder of the PFP that our Mr. Burns bought, there's a little frog, and they actually minted. What is it? They called it airdrop.
They airdropped it over yesterday on Saturday.
Yes.
They airdropped it. I guess anyone that had an accessory of an animal or whatever, they airdropped them whatever it was. So he got airdropped like an NFT of a frog, but it's like a little short video clip of the frog eating a fly, and it just kind of plays over and over and over.
So it gets kind of meta because that's an NFT based on an NFT project that you can only get if you have that NFT project.
Right. And there's only whatever rarity of that frog or whatever other accessory there was that they minted. Yeah, so it's one of 7, one of 12, whatever.
That's pretty interesting because it's like that Claymates thing is rare, and then that frog NFT that they airdrop is double rare because you have to have it to have it.
Yeah.
It's a club within the club.
Basically.
Interesting. And but here's the thing. He got offered, you were saying he got offered.
I think right away it was like he was already getting offers like 2,000 ADA for it.
Wait, 2,000
Yeah.
Isn't that like $5,000?
I get. Yeah. It's like what? $4,000 American. So yeah.
Oh, snap. So if you see that little frog and you don't have that, why would you want that from the airdrop?
Because you're scarcity.
But you don't even have the initial Claymate the source project. Why would you?
Because it's the scarcity.
It's the flex.
It's the flex.
Exactly. It seems like a fake. It seems like a loose flex to me. Like I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want the little frog unless I had the actual origin project.
To me, it seems like he's gonna have to, if he does sell, I would package it.
You package it, yeah.
I would package it and be like, well, why do I want a frog little video clip?
Right. It's like he bought I don't know, a Porsche, and they got like signature placement or foot mat. What are they called?
Car
mats. Thank you. And like he
Floor
sold
mats.
it, but kept it, and he doesn't even have a Porsche anymore. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, why would you do that? Anyways, whatever. If someone wants the collectible, they want the collectible. So wait, normally we ask the question, "What did you do this week?" And
I'm exhausted.
you know what? Actually,
It's Sunday night. I'm exhausted. This damn week between Veve getting what'd they have? They had 2 comic drops and the Throg, which is Thor frog. A frog that's Thor or
Yes.
Thor frog.
Yeah.
Throg on Saturday.
and that was the collectible statue, is not the comic.
Yeah. It wasn't a comic. It was like a collectible and different poses. I think there was 3 different poses. And then you had, it's so hard. I'm exhausted. Saturday alone, I think we had Awoken at 8 a.m. for us. Then it was
Awoken started on Friday.
It started Friday night, but then they had minting issues.
Yeah.
So what was happening was clogging the whole system.
Well, let's go back and tell them what Awoken is. We haven't talked about it on.
We've
on
never
ever
talked about it.
Okay,
No. Again, it's Cardano. I know we're shills for Cardano, but
it's okay. So
new and fresh.
well, you know what? There's good reason. There's never been a better time to be, like very Cardano proud. It's like the biggest blockchain project. But okay, let's talk about Awoken for really. We'll quick fast go through all the stuff. Awoken spelled AWOK
Not O,
3
zero.
N. What?
It's a 0.
What did I say? Oh,
Oh.
I meant to say 0. Did I AW 0? Oh, my bad.
It's Awoken algorithms.
Yeah.
And it's like on-chain living art with different colors, vertical line. It's like a whole thing.
Whenever I mess up, Ryan's just like, "This is
Moving
what.
on.
Forget it."
Let's stutter through something else. So,
Holy shit. Okay, what were you saying?
I don't even. Awoken algorithm is
Yes.
like a what's their actual thing? It's like an on-chain living art.
Yeah. So and why is it living? It's because they basically give the algorithm some parameters, and the parameters basically the algorithm will decide how it wants to create the arrangement, which is art. It basically looks like you're looking at a portion of a lava lamp, like where stuff's flowing around and stuff like that. And the algorithm does that on its own. But the thing is, what makes it so unique is that the algorithm uses like noise, like atmospheric noise. Like if you imagine you hooked up a speaker and put it at the side of your window, you would just take in like air and wind and birds and stuff. None of that can be predicted. It's all random from the environment. So sometimes you'll have a speaker hooked up and flow that in to a computer, and that is how they'll generate like random numbers when they're trying to make things random. So I imagine there's some sort of random possibility that they're plugging into, and they're just like, okay, give this the parameters of 0 to 1 and make a thing, and then you get a moving square that looks like
Cool.
it looks like it looks like a lava lamp.
It definitely looks like it's like there's ones that some like you'll have convulsions just looking at them. It's like zigzags going real fast and green and red and neon
Seizure
yellow.
warning.
Yeah, it's like holy crap. But some are slow. It's kind of it's like a mood ring. It's like a living mood ring. It's like what you got 20 of them or 10 of them or whatever, and it's like let's just throw them on a digital friggin' art. It's digital art. Throw it in a frame. And it's like, whatever, let them play through.
So true. And it's looping, so it'll never stop, but it'll never be exactly the same. So technically, this thing will continuously loop, but never be the same and live on forever. And it's in the blockchain. So
Pretty cool.
it's pretty cool. And the rarity is based on the pattern. Like some of them are horizontal, some of them are blobs, some of them are
Vertical lines.
Yeah, and I don't know. They look cool. They're really colorful.
What's the website?
AW0K3N.io.
There you go. Go check it out, folks.
What was that drop like?
The drop. So the Friday night it was supposed to drop. It was kind of there's something on their back end. They went on their Discord and explained what was happening, but I think it was they tried to do it so every order they got was when they were minting. So it was too taxing on Cardano, so on the blockchain. So they paused it and then redid it Saturday, and it was still wasn't the greatest. But you know what? Almost every drop we've been a part of, especially with the new Cardano blockchain and all that, everyone's working out kinks, and it's like there's an issue with almost every drop,
Yeah.
whether it's too much traffic, their queue lines are getting screwed up. It's just madness. We're at the beginning stages.
was
It's just
madness.
Like Saturday morning, Saturday all day was just madness with all
Yeah.
the like mobs dropped. Masked on buttons?
You know what? I actually don't even know what mob stands for, but yeah, that was Awoken, and we got a bunch of them. 4, 5, 6 of them.
On what, Awoken
Yeah,
or
for
mob?
Awoken.
Awoken, I got 3,
Okay. Yeah.
and then the other guys got 1 or 2
One or
each.
two? Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah, it was nuts. The Discord was stupid. People were going crazy, but mob. What's mob like?
Mob had a couple weeks ago. They had a drop where they only had 100. It was like the origins or the original 100 mob, and then this time was the lore hunters, I believe, is what it was called, and they dropped 4,000. See, we should do the research before we do podcasts, folks, but.
Not to be confused with like the mob NFT. Like this
not mafia mob.
Yeah,
it's
because
like,
there is the mob NFT.
Oh no,
That's a
no,
different
this
one.
is masked on buttons. I think.
Yeah.
Is it what is?
Yeah,
what
I
it
think
is?
I think that's what's called. Yeah.
So I don't know. I enjoyed it. Yeah, masked on buttons, and yeah, they dropped on Saturday. That one was same thing. They had a minting problem too, and it was taking like hours. I think I got one. I bought 2, and I think I got one mid-afternoon, and then the other one I didn't get till like late at night or early the next morning. But again, it is what it is. Like the kinks are being worked out. Refunds come.
Yeah, it's true. What's cool about that is you were telling me about this earlier on, the snippet or something, like the attribute breakdown.
Yeah, there's the lore. What is it? The lore hunters. Anyways, there's the lore.
Yeah.
Which is like the
story.
The story. So every one that was minted has a different snippet of, I guess, the overall bigger lore. And they said, well, go on, give us your best guesses of what it means. What does the lore hunters, the origin, the original 100, and there's another part to it. I think that they're going to drop down the road. What does those 3 have in common in this world, or what's the lore? So there's a contest going on right now for that.
That's not a bad way to build community. That's pretty cool.
No, not at all. You get the community involved. Everyone's got a snippet attached to the metadata of all the mobs that have been minted. So it's like, hey, go out there. It's an Easter egg hunt.
Yeah, pretty much.
And like, what's the conspiracies of what you think?
I think it's a really good idea because, we went on CNF. Well, we had NFT tracker or whatever that website was, and just seeing all the drops was overwhelming. And it's like, how many of these are going to not exist? That's the big question. Which ones are the ones that are going to make it? And I think stuff like this, whether it's silly, whether it's not, it doesn't matter. Stuff that activates the community.
And has a story.
And
you can build characters and develop. And I think it's almost like a real world video game that we're creating. And what's the end game? The metaverse.
Right. Yeah.
It's like you start breeding these unicorns, or you're breeding this, or you're converting into whatever. Oh, there's a mutated monkey. You know what I mean? All these different things. There's utility to it, and then it turns into, well, look, now you can have it in the metaverse, or who knows what's coming after the metaverse, or if that's where we're heading.
Right.
I mean,
that's where we're going to live.
I
like
think
that
that's
movie Surrogates.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to end up survive. Like, what's going to survive is the one that has it's community driven. It's got some kind of development in process. Like, there's a whole thing to it, right? You know what I mean? It's not just a PFP. You got to have some kind of utility. Like having a CryptoPunk. I've never even looked into them, the Ethereum ones.
Not a chance.
Because that's the other thing. We could snowball into this. CryptoPunks, I guess, was the original.
Yeah, one of the
on Ethereum.
Like the third or fourth.
And now there's Ada Punks, there's Salon Punks, there's
right?
and they to me it's all the same meta, or it's all the same coding and
That's
metadata.
what got me. When I looked at it, I was like, these look exactly the same.
So if there's no utility and they all look the same, what's the difference? Do you know? Like, oh, I got this CryptoPunk. Okay, it's on Ethereum. Oh, I've got an Ada Punk. Okay, that's on Cardano.
Yeah, that's like Binance doing their copy of it. Like,
yeah, what's special about it if we all have the same thing? It's just on a different blockchain. That's why I think you have to. It's got to be community. Like you got to have it's a whole ecosystem around it.
Okay, so would you say that the art ones, the true first art based NFTs, and I say art where that's basically the value. Like Bored Ape Yacht Club, like I'm not even going to count them as a real utility piece, because the utility there, we've talked about this, is that you can help draw a picture on their like Jamboard. Like, you know, when you get access to the yacht club, they don't do anything there. It's just a private Discord.
Yeah,
and like they're not building anything. There's like you can you can draw a picture together with them or something. But like you can say that's hugely about status, about flexing.
Right now it is.
Right now.
Because I think in the background, a lot of these companies, I guess it's called.
Yeah, sure.
They're all developing stuff. Like Bored Ape is, if you look at their roadmap, they're actually like gearing towards actually having a yacht club.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Or having like a real Bored Ape.
Okay, so that's a bad example.
Club.
Okay, so let me reframe my question.
Yeah, no.
So some of these that are just art based and don't have a roadmap of real shit, then I feel like those are the ones that'll probably drop off.
They could.
Because what I'm trying to do is try
know?
to... Yeah, I'm trying to... That's the thing, though. I'm trying to think of what kind of real tangible thing can we look at and be like, without this, not a chance. Like, just stay away.
We know nothing. Look at... Okay, so... we can go into this. Cardoggos.
Nice.
Right? Cardoggos was a big drop. I think I talked about it on the last podcast.
You did, because you bought it.
I bought it at 20
Yeah.
and then sold it at 275.
Yeah.
It went up to 400, and then it's slowly been creeping down this whole week until yesterday. A member in the Discord posted a Twitter feed and said, what's going on here, guys, in the Cardano community? Like, there's two... I don't want to name them, but there's two admins that are the Cardoggo people, and it's called Cyberdoggo, and it's literally the exact same dogs as Cardoggo.
Exact same project.
And it comes out that it was a dead NFT on Ethereum. I guess they had made everything public, the coding and all that. I don't know the terms, like coding and metadata.
Yeah, the metadata, the backend. It's like open source.
The whole back, yeah, they open sourced it. So from what I heard, it was a massive drama. Everyone's like screaming rug pull, and because I guess that one had 1,000 dogs.
Yeah,
and I guess these two guys took it, created some backstory that it was like this guy did this. Allegedly, I don't know. I'm not saying they did.
Is that a backstory for the project or a backstory
for the project of like this guy created it? Like it's like people were calling them out on their lies and stuff in the Discord.
Gotcha.
When in reality they open sourced this project.
So they saw an existing project
that was dead.
That was dead. No one was buying it, and they just took it, added some more.
The developer apparently it was one guy that was doing Cyberdoggos.
Yeah,
and it kind of died.
Yeah,
but he'd made it public, all the information. So I guess these guys just found it and said, well, let's go over to Cardano. And I mean, the project was only 3 weeks old or something.
But it made a ton of money.
Yeah, I think someone said they made like 50,000 Cardano.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So it's still going though.
150K or something.
Even though people went crazy and it's like this is a huge rug pull and blah 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 blah. And it's like it's clear as day that it seems that they stole it. Like I said, they had 1,000 on the Ethereum one. These guys did 2,000. So they had to have changed or added or did something with the traits. But then people are like, well, did they just duplicate the code so that there's 2 of every dog and said there was 2,000?
And no one can really tell because even if
they can. There's you could line up all.
Well, I was going to say you're gonna have to line up. You're gonna go see NFT and look at every listing. But what if you'd have to find out where they all are, basically?
Yeah, you'd have to track, but that's the beauty of the blockchain is everything's trackable.
It is, but it's going to take some.
It's going to take time.
That's
so as of right now, it seems like the communities has held together. Obviously, people have dumped a lot. Put a lot of money.
If you had a shit ton of money in it, you were saying one guy had like 7K.
I saw 2 people going on about how they spent like 5, 7. I don't know if it was Cardano or dollars, but it was 5 or 7 grand.
I hope it was dollars.
I hope it was dollars too. But I mean, because the roadmap showed breeding and all this stuff. And that was a project that sold well. There was a lot of hype behind it. Even the last weekend, there was so much hype. This whole week, it slowly went down and then it just crumbled. Now it's gone back up. People have holding and everything. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'll let you guys know. I'll keep an eye on it.
The community's going to want to keep that alive.
Of course,
but here's the thing. If you're the person that has put 5K in that project, what would you do?
Oh, my wife would divorce me first of all.
Yeah, for sure. Well, in the real world, IRL, your family would.
It's like that dog in the burning fire. You know, the whole thing, that meme.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. That would be me, just sitting there going like, "Oh my god!" Like, oh my god. I mean, if I'm spending that kind of money, then I must have made it. I'm not spending that kind of money out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
I'm flipping stuff. I'm.
Yeah.
That's all crypto and NFT money.
The profits are funding everything.
I would be livid. I would. What would you do?
But here's the thing. What would you do? Would you just leave your money
I would have
in
to
there?
hold. I'd have to hold.
You'd have to hold, and then how do you get out?
You just pray that the project and the community members, like they are now, they're kind of rallying behind it to keep it going.
But here's the thing. You have to, because what you're going to want to do is when you see that dip, you're going to be like, holy crap, my life is over. I've sent like 7K or whatever into a project that was literally a fraud. It's a fraud project. Like not even like some of them, I'm sure there's other fraud projects out there.
100%.
There's Coco Locos out there, but like this is really crazy fraud. So then you would want it to go back up and then quietly start selling.
100%.
Selling your stuff.
Look at the guy that bought or person that bought mine.
Yeah.
They bought it for I sold it for what? What did I say? $275.
Yeah.
And then right away they listed it at $695.
Yeah.
And then it was like $795.
Yeah, and it like
500
instantly
300. Last I looked, it was like listed for $245.
Ooh.
So it just keeps going down.
Your timing was amazing.
It wasn't though, because if I would have waited to Saturday night, I would have made 400.
But still, that like, you would have been the last one before the rug pull.
Yeah,
I'm sure you want to be that, but there's no way. I would rather be any time before that rug pull. I don't care.
I only bought it because I was like, it was 20 to mint.
Yeah.
It was 28, so I was like, I didn't like the project. I thought they looked stupid. Yeah. It looks like CryptoPunk. It's like pixelated dogs.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so dumb, but like the hype behind it was so big. But it was because everyone was just Coco Locoed.
All right. That's actually a pretty good dive. Okay, what's next?
I don't know. Let's go.
There was also Isometric World. Yes. I have one of these, but I actually haven't even claimed it yet. But this was a project that looks like ISO, meaning the same, metric world. It's like a Lego thing. Every cube is the same or something. You build them up.
Yeah, that's the way they describe it on their website. It's like it was inspired by Lego in the sense. It's like, here's a library. There's also a police station. There's also a convenience store. It's like you build. It's like Lego sets. You buy. Here's the ninja lair, but then you want the Batcave, and you want everything to be. It's like you're building your own community, right?
Yep.
And they have it so that I think it's like they launched over the weekend, but it's. I think you get 6 of the same color of their NFTs, and then they mint you the airport in like a month or something, and it's like, yeah.
Do you lose that? I wonder. Like, do you lose your initial in, or do you keep those pieces?
I can't remember.
Does it mint something new? Because if it does, that's like, I guess you're creating something. Like, I guess, they just mint it based on that.
They mint. I can't remember if they said they burn it.
You would keep it. Yeah, that's the question I'm asking. Do they burn your originals? Or do you
I can't remember exactly. I would have to go in the Discord.
Meh, all good.
You know what?
But whatever.
It's a cool little project. Yeah, we got into it.
I like when the artwork or the visual representation of what you get looks cool, as in like it's not just a PFP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that one looked like I feel like they all feel like metaversey too. You know, like
they all seem like it's like, oh, you have a flashy background. The hat is green, and his left hand and right hand is holding. They're all the same. Like it's just, and that's what's crazy. It's so hard to pick. It's like what. I don't know.
You can't. You can, but you just have to remember like the basic thing we're trying to go with. A community.
Yeah, this one looked different, and
that's
the
what I
thought
like.
process behind it was.
Like, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say you're right. Like in the sense, it's not just a dog or a cat with different I bought a gingerbread man thing this weekend.
Like when you look at this one, for those that aren't gonna check, this looks like a 3D representation of a model home. It's a library. You're looking at a library. It's got a front gate. There's street lights up in front of it. You see a bit of the road. There's some trees around it, and it's actually a little library. So I imagine if there is some sort of a world or a website or whatnot where these all live, you can probably be walking down like a city, and on this side you see a building, and you see a library over here, and you see a police station, and this and that, and then like you look and you're like, yes, I own this one, I own that one, and like that's essentially what could be the metaverse.
It could be the metaverse, but it also creates wanting to collect.
It's true. Yeah, definitely.
Right?
It's like Sims.
You want to have this, yeah, you want to have the Sim City. You want to have the whole little community. It's not that like people are coming in, and that's the next step. You never know. It could evolve into maybe it's like a little video where people are coming in and out of the library.
Yeah, yeah.
Or now you can go into the library.
And that's enough though, because how many games are there where you're just building these little cities and whatnot, and that's it, and you're collecting gems, and like, you know, the mayor does something, and like you wage war against, you know, like that's it. It doesn't have to be anything more than that. I personally think that the true metaverse things won't actually, like, this project might not actually evolve into its own metaverse. It's too costly. It's whatnot. If they can plug into something else, the main one, sure, and there'll be different worlds like Ready Player One, right?
Yep.
But that's the hope, right? Actually, speaking of all this stuff, have you seen that Matrix trailer?
I did. It was very, very underwhelming for me. Like, what is it? Did the machines reset him? They shut him off and then turned him back on, and now he's back into the Matrix?
Dude.
Like, I didn't really...
I don't know, man. I looked at it and I was just not excited. And I
no,
thought
it was very lackluster. Like,
right?
I'm super excited. I'm going to see it.
100%.
100%. But, yeah, I was just like, I don't know what... Like, is he back in the Matrix?
I'm
confused, because did he become like a god? Or what?
That's true. Oh wait, you know, I haven't even thought.
Spoiler
that much.
alert!
I know.
Sorry, folks.
Yeah, no. If you haven't seen The Matrix, you don't know the story. I'm not afraid to spoil it for you. Like, come on, like,
It's your own fault.
yeah. And if you're listening to this and you haven't seen The Matrix,
Yeah, true.
we're glad you're here. But like, become one of us for real.
Yeah, didn't he like break the code and become
Yeah,
like
he did.
the code?
But I guess then they do say, great, because we're going to reset the Matrix, because that's what we do. Like, he's like, you're not the first one. We've seen you before. Remember the architect or whatever, the guy in the white? He's like, good, you've done it. They're like, we let you win sometimes. Like,
so then they get the guy to come and just flick the switch.
yeah,
on
and then
off.
it's just like,
And
all
then
right,
it's like, oh.
there we go, reset.
Yeah.
You won. You beat the final boss.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I looked at it and I was like, I am not excited. But like,
I'm 100% seeing it.
oh, there's not a chance. Like, I will see that for sure, and I'll see it in theaters because I want that experience.
IMAX, baby.
Yeah, right. Anyways, what are we talking about? Okay, next, Ada Punk. Did you buy an Ada Punk?
I didn't.
Did any of the horsemen buy one?
I don't think so.
All right, well, screw them. Baby Aliens. Did we get that?
No, but it was being pumped all weekend.
Crazy. I saw that.
All I saw, it was like, oh, woke and screwed. Every
that's what I saw
Discord
too.
was like, screw this, I'm going to Baby Alien. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
So
with
for
people?
so when Awoken was having their troubles, because we were sitting there I had like, you had two computers open. I had my iPad open.
Yeah,
I was on my
everything
phone. Like, we're like trying to log in from 3 terminals at the same time to get this drop, just in case it doesn't work. I literally had 3 machines going, and then they delayed it for an hour, and everyone was like, "No, this gets in. Now we can't get the Baby Aliens," because these drops are nuts. Like, my heart was friggin' it was like watching football. Like, my heart's just racing back and forth. I'm like, we're getting this drop. You want to hit enter at the right time. They're only minting 500 of them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh no, I forgot my spending password. Like, it's just craziness, and it's like, there's no way you can actually keep up with this.
It's impossible. Like, and that's the
it
thing.
is impossible.
They
You
delayed
can't.
it, and now it's like you're encroaching.
Yeah, encroaching
on another drop time.
Yeah,
on someone
true.
else's NFT,
And even their
now
own
you're-
drop time.
And now they're taxing the blockchain. Because remember, you said in the previous podcast, is like the blockchain Cardano is only good for
7.
a minute,
Yeah.
or seven a second, or something.
Yeah, 7 TPS, transaction per second.
So I mean, until they get that up and running, like, that's why there's so many problems, because
Yeah.
it's like, I think what all these NFTs are coming into is, do you mint them first, and then as they sell, you send off the mints, but
Right.
then the conspiracy would be like, oh, you only sent me a comment.
Exactly, right. Yeah, you almost can't do that. Plus, there's cost because you want to mint what's bought.
Right. So then, or do you let everyone buy, and I think that's what Mob did. They let everyone purchase.
Yep.
They had all their orders, and then they turned their minter on, and then it slowly went out, and they processed the orders. It took them, I want to say, like a day and a half to get everything out, because they didn't want to tax the system, and they went at their time.
But Awoken decided to do that Saturday because, like, I know we keep on going back to it, but the process is the same. Awoken started on Friday and then had to stop the minting, and then restarted it Saturday. And they were like, yeah, it might take 7 days. We'll see what the network allows us to
Exactly.
do. And it's like, that's cool, but it's also bullshit.
But there was like honest to God, I think I went on the CNFT calendar.
Yeah.
Which is
let's talk about that.
Well, projects go on. I think this is how it goes. I don't think they curate it themselves. I think
I don't know.
NFTs will come to them and say, "Hey, we've got add this to your calendar for a drop," because there's been some that we've been part of that we're not on that calendar.
That's true. Okay.
So there is an NFT calendar that shows like all the NFTs that have incorporate, like, I guess.
You know what? If you're open to it, let me just open it right now, because earlier on we went on this NFT calendar and I was just like blown out of the water, like with the amount that were out there. Like, we just talk about Cardano projects, and the one we're looking at, and like when you look at it, this week I bought 4 NFTs and you bought like 12 or something. Like,
it's ridiculous.
The portfolios are huge now, and we just talked about 7 drops that we were in. And we haven't even mentioned the 2 VV ones. Well, say 3 VV ones.
We mentioned them, but we
didn't even really
partook in them.
But we were in those. So realistically, we're doing like
10 drops a week.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. And it's like, that is but a fraction of the world right now. But at the same time, so many people don't know about this.
Yeah.
Like, literally anyone else I talk to outside of the group I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole, because we know that there were some tempers flared on the weekend about people.
It's not the tempers flared. It's just like trying to explain to someone that's like, no, these are dumb. It's just video. It's like a picture. It's like that.
Yeah.
This is so stupid. It's like, okay, I understand NFTs and stuff are stupid, but like, is $5,000 stupid? Is turning $50 into $1,000 stupid?
Wow. Oh, like, Boss Ryan, look at that. He's like, that's
money talks, baby. I'm just saying. If I smack you in the face with $3,000 and be like, yeah, a stupid video of a basketball player dunking got me this money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just but it's people just get angry. I don't know. It is stupid.
I know I was laughing really loud, but I want you guys to make sure you heard what Ryan said. He's like, if I smack you in the face with $3,000, is that stupid? Whoa.
And
okay.
I'm not threatening anyone. I'm just saying, it's just some people just are like, I don't want to hear about it. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense to me. It's dumb. And it's like, okay, well, you're not going to get through to those people.
It's true. That is true.
And it's impossible to stay on top of all this because there's so many blockchains and so many.
That is true. Okay, so are there any that you're looking forward to? Like right now, I'm on CNFT calendar, and like, what's the date today? The 26th. So tomorrow there are 3 drops. There's only one on the. So tomorrow there's Busy Bee and Cardano Frenzy and Crypto Fruit. The 28th there's Yosemite. The 29th there's Secret Lives of Monsters. There's Gnomies.
Actually, I did look up that. Okay. Sorry to cut you off. That Secret Lives of Monsters.
Yeah. If
you actually go to their website, that's actually it seems like a really cool project. I just quickly went on their webpage. I think they're doing like it's a storybook. It's like a children's book, but it's an NFT. And there's different levels to it and stuff, and like you have say on the roadmap of like what characters introduce or something. I just quickly looked into it, but like it seemed pretty cool. And that again, you're just looking at the Cardano. Usually the weekends are like Friday, Saturday, Sunday is like heavy traffic on all these blockchains.
Yep.
Which is like everything.
Going back to the Secret Life of Monsters, that's a big deal. They already have like their award-winning children books that are basically minting themselves, so you're right.
So I was like half right.
No, you're right. They're already a company that does this.
Yeah.
And they're just going to mint their next set of books on the blockchain.
Which
that's
you know what?
Great.
To me, the thing about NFTs and blockchain and crypto and all this stuff is for artists.
Yeah.
Like you write if you're an independent author, you could go do a digital book and sell it on Amazon.
Yeah.
We have a friend that does that. I don't know how well we can't say I don't want to say her name, but
Forrest.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, she does. She's good. She's good.
An author.
She's solid.
She's a published author.
Yeah,
But here's the thing: what's stopping her from now adding metadata and difference and selling it as a digital book?
Yeah, let's send her. A
you know what I mean? Like it's a cool. I don't know. It's a cool world to be an independent artist, whether it's rap music, whether it's country music, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Paintings, everything's. It's just like look at that picture, that painting I tried to get you guys to buy to bid on Ethereum over the weekend. What was a threesome?
I don't even remember that.
It was like a pixelated picture of threesome.
I did not see that in the
You
chat.
didn't?
Not at all.
Okay, talk for a second while I look that up for you.
All right, so another drop that we're interested in is Gnomies. And I don't even know why. Are you interested in that? Gnomies?
I'm very interested.
I don't
keep
know
tweeting
why,
about it.
But I literally saw this. I think what's cool, what I like is when we see them on our own and then we come together and we're like, have you seen this? And we're both hyped about it. I don't know why. I can't really tell. The roadmap seems pretty good. The Discord is pretty good. Like it's been growing heavily. They've got 4,000 members. I think we've mentioned it before. The collection, the art's not crazy, but it's not bad at all. They're just garden gnomes.
Yeah.
And they have different accessories. Some of them hold money bags, which are super rare, I believe. Or maybe I shouldn't say words like super rare because that means something. That are of a certain level of rarity. Some of them have monocles, pitchforks, hoes, scythes. Like, I don't know. But I think this one's going to be pretty good. And they have a decent roadmap. But because they'll be like, for them, they're minting the 5. They're putting out cash. There's actual like winners that have.
Yeah, they're giving out actual.
They're actually
cash.
giving out money, actual money that Ryan's going to slap you in the face with.
Yes.
And then there's going to be seasonal ones, and then they're going to actually go out to the community and see whatever else that we want to see, and they're going to connect with influencers. The roadmap's not like crazy, but they just seem like they're open to doing cool shit. So, Gnomies, the next one we'll probably get on, and that's this week. The 29th, a couple days from now. Yeah.
So here you go. Take a look at my phone.
Whoa. Okay.
And that's what I mean about art.
So that's an
NFT.
Is that a watercolor? It's a watercolor of a threesome, 2 girls, 1 guy.
Yeah. It's called Free Love. Love is a personal feeling and can be associated with more than just one person. Stay out of social boundaries and create equality relationships with those you love, even if there are several of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things about that.
That's a 1 of 1.
Yeah.
And you could bid on it. It was 0.60 Ethereum, so like $1,900. But it's just a random artist. Her name or his name is at VINDRONT.
It's good art
Vindront.
too.
I mean,
the art looks good. I mean, the position looks cool too. I mean, so
it's on the Foundation app. Go look it up.
Yeah, it looks good. But yeah, why not? Speaking of which, and we didn't plan on talking about this, but I saw a NFT drop for that's porn stars. Again, like they're like, it's basically kind of, I don't really know the full details, but it's like, I guess like exclusive content minted on the blockchain just for you or something.
So it's like OnlyFans minting their own.
Yeah, it's like
product.
OnlyFans, except
again,
when
independent
you get
artist.
It, yeah, when you get it, like you can be like, I'm the only one that has this, and like, sure, with OnlyFans, I guess you've paid the money in the whether it's the chat or the feed or whatnot to be a member, but like this now, it's minted, and like maybe you and one other person has it, or like they can make rarity so that if they've never used that orifice before,
I mean, whatever.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like that's some rarity there. So there's always different ways to think about it.
People
different
will pay,
angles and positions.
Yeah, exactly. People will pay for anything, man.
Okay.
Like, but anyways,
what else is going on?
it is what it is.
All right. You know, this week has been crazy. We haven't even talked about like overall crypto news or other stuff. We've just been talking about the stuff we've been trying to keep track of.
We haven't even brought up Cardano Summit. It's
yeah.
The whole weekend has been about Cardano Summit.
A lot of my time on. Okay, real quick. Red Panda Squad on Solana.
It's a blockchain.
It's a blockchain. It's probably the 4th biggest one. Not the biggest one, but like Cardano's getting all the hype, and Solana's like close behind in the States anyway.
They're getting a ton of hype. They pumped big.
They're huge. I think we mentioned this a little bit in the past. We're going to get into that soon. Red Panda Squad and Turtles are collections we're looking at. All right, moving on. Before we even go to Cardano Summit, because I think we'll probably finish off with that. Veve this week, because you know what, we are Omi Akami Veve fans.
Yes.
And if you know,
we're fanboys.
If you check out our Twitter handle, you'll know what's up.
If you know, you know. Got the giggles tonight, eh, buddy?
Shut up. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, Veve. Ryan, what's going on with Veve?
What isn't going on with Veve? We know they're going they're migrating over to Ethereum.
I'm hyped, man.
It's like every 3 weeks, or sorry, every week there's like 3 drops. Like they've got the Wanda Scarlet Witch
every week
comic.
There's 3 drops that we're in. There's so much other drops that we're just like, fuck.
Yeah.
fuck it. I'm not even paying attention to that.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, comics is where the money's at right now.
I agree.
And they're actually even talking about, at least I saw it on Twitter and Discord, is they're talking about adding, what's the word? Degradation?
degradation?
Yeah, degradation.
What does that mean?
So you read your virtual comic, and they're gonna start adding like creases to the.
Are you
the page.
serious?
Yeah, you know how like physical comics have like
so that
grading?
they will weather and wear.
Yeah,
Not?
yeah.
Are you serious? Are you being serious?
I'm 100% serious.
Where did
I don't
you
know.
hear this?
It's just like talk that people have been saying. I've seen it on the Discord and Twitter, and I don't know if it's coming from Veve or if people are just like, are they gonna do that? And someone made a rumor up, and now people are just rolling with it. But yeah, they're talking about like adding in weathering, increasing the more you read the comic. So it's like if you buy a comic, Spider-Man comic, and you've never bought it, is it more than someone that's read the comic 3 times?
Wow, that is amazing. You know,
like,
what?
are they going to add in stats where this has been read fully 3 times?
That's amazing, because then if you have a secret rare with no degradation,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Holy crap!
Yeah. Look at the Kang drop from like, was it 2 weeks ago?
Don't get me started on
I know
Kang.
you missed it.
And don't get me wrong, I didn't miss it because of my error. The app did not work. I literally chucked my phone across the room. You weren't there. I was with someone at the time, and she was just like, "Whoa, I've never seen you do anything like that." And I was like, 10,000 minted, Kang drop, missed it because the phone didn't work. What the fuck? I was so mad.
I don't blame you, because
bad.
that secret rare is like 40K right now. Not that I got one. I got I got an uncommon, so it's like I got $400.
Okay, so the uncommons are 400, and that's level 2 of the rarity scale. Like,
yeah, that's number 2 out of 5. But there's only 10,000 minted. So
yeah,
listen,
that is
when we started this podcast, like what? This is episode 5. So 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, I could buy 7, 10, 20 comics if I wanted on a drop.
Yeah, I definitely had days where I bought 4.
I hit the buy button, and then the button pops up again to buy again with the countdown.
Yeah.
And they're sold out by the time I'm done mine.
Yeah, 100%.
You can't even get 2 anymore. And that's like 30,000 mints, 35,000. Like, I think gone are the days of the 55, 60,000 mints.
Yeah, not a chance. Okay, so let's do some spot checking on prices right now. So the one I missed, because I just love wallowing in gluttony, I guess, or in pain. The Avengers Kang common is 300 floor.
Yeah, currently. And I'm pretty sure on Saturday and Friday it was higher.
And like, if we do have the migration to having the ERC20 wrapped token, which is of course being able to move to Ethereum. So if the Akami Omi token moves to that, then these are now going to be available for purchase outside of the app. And of course, maybe.
And I don't know how they're going to start slowly introducing like certain collectibles to be I don't know how, maybe there's something to do with the licensing.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to work, but at the end of the day, they all have their fees associated with selling, right?
Also, this week on the drop, you know this already, but for the viewers, I was able to snag in the blind drop an ultra rare Immortal Hunk.
Oh man,
still thinking about that threesome NFT. Immortal Hulk #1 issue, ultra rare. I got that bad boy.
Dude, I was so excited when you told me.
Which has a floor of 609 gems right now, which went down. It was at 800 earlier,
I saw it at like 875 floor.
Right. Sweet.
And by floor, we mean like the least someone's willing to pay.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think... So let me ask you this. Are there any of these Veve comic drops that you don't have?
I've gotten every single one. I'm holding.
Look at this guy. The way this guy said it, you should have seen this guy's motherfucking face. He's like, yeah, I've got them all. I don't have Kang. I have everything else, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, I do. I mean, not, of course, all the rarity levels. That would be insane.
You should see some of the people that chat, though. It's like, I've got 120 Fantastic Four comments because the first week, no one knew.
Yeah, you're right.
Like that first Marvel.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how high up in the prices. Anyways.
Right. Okay. So that was Veve. We're still excited about that. Okay. Before we move on to Cardano Summit, Yo-Roi. That is how you pronounce the wallet.
The wallet for, yes. There's Daedalus
is
one wallet. and we always said Yo-Roi.
Yo-Roi.
And then we saw Huskinson's opening, I guess, event at Cardano Summit, and he said Yo-Roi.
Yeah,
and
I was like, what?
I text you.
Who's Roy? Like, who are you talking about? Then I was like, that's the wallet. Got you. Okay. So what do you signed up? We both signed up for the summit. We didn't get to see all the things. What did you think overall?
To be honest, just the fact. So I originally had gone on, and I was on my mobile.
Yeah.
So it was just like, the video opened up, and I was watching it. I was doing stuff around the house, but I had my AirPod in, just listening to what was up and coming and listening to some announcements. I would flop between different events throughout the weekend. But then today I went on there, and I actually went on the PC.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, you're on like a swimming turtle in a metaverse type situation.
Yeah.
You're like a little blob. We'll show screenshots of it on our on Twitter with the pay after we drop this episode. But
it was so cool.
It was super cool.
Like I was getting ready to head out, so I threw up on the iPad, and I have the 12-inch, so you can see a lot. And it was like I had to try to get in 5 times. I had to send that link over and over again. But once you did, you got a little. Basically, it flew you into this world that was a giant turtle in the ocean, and on its back is like this patchy field that looks like a beautiful Windows XP, background. And you get landed, and you're this little
blob
thing.
Yeah, I don't even.
It's
know.
Imagine like a cone with a head,
almost like a T-bell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the bottom flared out, and then your head was like a skinny little.
Yeah, like a little garden thing wearing a dress with little feet.
Yeah, like
no arms. Anyways, so then you use your mouse to walk around this grassy field, and it's like exploring Zelda or Super Mario.
Yeah,
or
it was
something.
weird. It was waterfalls and like
and there's nice music.
All the different, I guess, event. Like if you were doing an event at a fan expo or whatever, you go to different halls to watch these different events. They had islands, and like you teleported to this island and that island,
and those islands were like floating
above the turtle. Yeah.
So I was going into the settings. I changed my color to be like purple or whatever, and have my little. You can, and when you approach another little person, the little thing pops up where you're able to chat with them. So
so you could talk to anybody.
No one would talk to
and
me,
it would tell you. Yeah.
I would like open up, be like, "Hey, this is really cool, right?" And then the little person would just like walk away, and I'm like, "That's cool. I'll just talk to someone." I literally tried to talk to everyone. It was a busy time.
Yeah, I didn't bother, but it was cool because you would walk up and it's like Germany and here and there.
That was cool.
Like Calgary, Alberta. It was like all these different places.
Yeah, above your little character, it would have your country of origin and your first name and last initial. So it was like you really could interact with people. But then when I hit like in the settings, I was just like fly. I was like, what does that look like? And then I literally zoomed out and was just circling the turtle as it swam in the ocean. And then at the end of it, I got what was it, a challenge or something?
Yeah, I think they had some like Easter egg kind
but
of
what
like,
are they called? I
think they called it a challenge.
Okay,
I
so
think there were 7
challenge.
challenges. Yeah. And over the weekend, people had figured out what you had to do to unlock all the. And I guess the summit on Discord helped everyone, giving them tips and stuff.
So you got 6.
No, I got all 7.
You got
I did.
What
so
did you get?
As far as I know, I had a picture of it. It was like all 7. If you went 7 for 7, you got I think a 2D version of something or a 2D emailed to you after, and then they're teaming up with another company. I can't remember the name of it, like another website thing, and they're gonna mint 1,000 of each. I guess because there was like little badges when you get the challenge.
It's like POAP.
So I think they're gonna. I don't know if they're POAP. So I think they're gonna convert those little icons. Into NFTs. So each one's going to be minted at 1,000, and they're going to, for all the people that they're going to do a raffle or something.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, in a month or so, you'll be like, oh, check your email, and it's like, oh, I won something.
That's cool. You might not necessarily have like cash value, but it's definitely a cool like badge of honor to wear.
Exactly. But here's the cool thing. So not only does that get you going around in the metaverse, because you have to go to each island. Like one of the challenges was go to each island, and then another one was go to all the waterfalls and all the ponds. So you're so you're going to all the different spots. But here's the thing: while you're walking around on the island, there's like a big. It almost looks like if you were at like a rib fest. There's a big inflatable screen.
Yeah, that was cool.
And it's like a live feed of someone talking, Hoskinsons and all these people. Yeah. So it's like and then you can hear it the whole time you're
Okay.
walking around. You can hear
So
it.
this is what I thought was so cool, because when you started in a little nook and you had to walk out to the
Yeah,
main
yeah,
area.
yeah. And it's exactly. It's like walking down a hallway and then entering the grand
And
hall.
yeah, exactly, right? And then I look over and you see this suspended. It looks like a virtual screen between two pillars, like giant
two
rocks.
mountains or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mountains or something. And it has the Cardano logo, but you can tell it's a virtual screen, and you're like, this is cool. And the thing is, I was so far away because I logged in and logged out a couple times that I could just faintly hear him talking.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute. As I walk closer, it gets louder, and I was just like, I guess the physics built into that to like let you know that when you're facing away, it gets quiet, and when you, and I was like, that's everyone's gonna be like, yeah, all video games do that. It's basic, but you're just not expecting that from this. It was so, and then of course that's a live feed of his actual conference where he's in Wyoming giving it, like you're watching it live. That was the way to do conferences. That was cool.
I think this is the way going forward they're going to do. Why have all that money? Imagine paying catering, paying for the hall. Like go. Why would I rent out the Metro Convention Center in Toronto when I could just host an event online? Like, yes, okay, I understand the older generation wants to be there, but now you've got POAPs. Hey, I was there. You know what I mean? POAPs give it to you when you're online. So it's, I don't know. I think this is the way a lot of events are going to, I think for the first year after COVID, there's going to be, everyone wants their convention going on real world.
Yeah, you're going to need it to be
But
hybrid.
I think they're going to start doing half and half. Like this one did was it London, New York? They did 6 live locations.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Really?
Hoskinson was in front of like a live audience.
Yeah, in Wyoming, but I didn't know there was other ones.
No, there was 6. There was London, New York. I can't remember.
That's so
yeah,
cool.
so there were 6 live events
Yeah.
that you could go to, but then you could also just join the virtual world if you can't make it to any of them.
Yeah.
So I think going forward, a lot of events are going to
like
take place like this.
There's a big event that I'm pretty excited to be a part of and coming next year, and there's definitely hybrid built in, but that's for another time. Okay, so more on the summit. Thinking about, so the experience was, for me, I'd never experienced anything like that. 10 out of 10. That was really, really cool. The content, Hoskinson's like opening thing was actually really like inspiring, man. Like this guy was, I was like, when he said
you wanted to plant a tree.
You
want to be like, yes, green energy, let's go.
And when he was like, I am proud to say that this thing has outgrown its founder. Like, I'm going to be here, but he doesn't need me. Like, he's like, I have built Cardano, and it is there, and it's enough to go and change the world as it is right now. He's like, I don't need to be here. He's like, I'll be here for a long, long time, but he's like, right now, this thing is now capable of being scaled, Hydra, distributed to have real world data and utility. And if we want, that's a good way. That's good to talk about Chainlink.
Yeah.
So Chainlink, I think at one of the first episodes we talked about like Polygon and Chainlink just in passing. But Chainlink, for those that understand, it's a crypto project. Basically, it's a language that allows you to link the different chains. Hence the name Chainlink. It's supposed to be interoperability between the different the different blockchains. And they use oracles to bring in real world data. So they're trying to make it so things are super practical. As in, like, if you have Cardano and you have Hydra, so the Cardano's scalable, but how do you bring in information? Like last episode, we talked about Ethiopia. Yeah,
Ethiopia and the student IDs on the blockchain.
Totally right. Yes. So it's like that's a lot of real world information that needs to be organized and brought into the blockchain. So how do you do that? Chainlink uses oracles to bring in that real world data, and Chainlink is the blockchain technology that allows different blockchains to link up together. So Chainlink could link to Cardano using the oracles to bring in the data, and now we can extrapolate this to being able to change our voting system, to change how we offer insurance, to really, this is like the real
It's going to change the world.
This is how we actually get DeFi to work for real.
Yeah.
Because we've been talking about, so DeFi being decentralized finance, we can talk about like, DeFi, we don't need the bank, it's all central. And it's like, but like, first of all, what's the interface that you access that? And that's...
dApps.
Yeah, that's dApps. So
decentralized apps.
Right? Decentralized apps. So that's going to be your front end where you're like, you go to this website. Now, right now you go to a website, you go to whatever bank or whatever it is. Basically, you're going to a front end interface And then the back end is connected to a bunch of databases in the back. And these databases are just tables that have all of our information. So you need something, you query by putting in the search or filling out tabs or whatever you do. It goes to the back end code, and the code's like, what do I need? Serve up Devon's data. And it goes to a database and pulls it. Now that database, instead of being a database that is owned by one company, that database is the blockchain.
It's public ledger.
It's the public ledger. And if you could connect to any database, you could literally have any type of access or utility that database provides, because blockchain provides databases with utility and like infinite like scaled security, right? So it's like, okay, that chain link is through Oracle is just providing the ability to connect to all the different blockchains and access that background functionality of the blockchain, and the data being put into there is being funneled into there through Oracle.
And
so
here's the beauty thing.
Yeah.
All that stuff is offline, so to say. It's not taxing the blockchain. That's where the Hydra comes in, where this is running all that stuff, and it just peeks in there when it needs to with the blockchain.
Yeah.
Like it's all offline in a sense.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what I was listening to.
When Ryan says offline, he means off main chain, not off, because we know
not offline,
off the main chain.
Yeah, it's not taxing the main blockchain.
So that's the way that DeFi and DeFinance and insurance and voting and all that stuff is going to happen. But the real thing that really got me is like, imagine trying to reform U.S. voting system. Like we're not even just voting anywhere. We're not getting political, but like voting in the first world. We'd have to break down our systems, and rebuild them. In countries in Africa where they are rebuilding their infrastructure for the first time, they can implement Cardano and blockchain technologies from the jump, because this is the first time they're able to do that, because corruption is so rampant and crazy.
Yeah.
So with blockchain, how are you going to corrupt this? You can't go in there and pay someone off to change the block. You can't. So if you set up blockchain in those emerging markets, you can have all sorts of blood diamond money, drug money, like oil, resource extortion money. Bring it. What are you going to do? You can't stop the blockchain. Go set fire to the building that's in Nairobi and Kenya and whatever. Doesn't matter. It's decentral. It's all around the world. You can't stop the blockchain. So now countries, cities in Africa are now going to be like, yeah, our infrastructure, our voting, our insurance, our finance is more advanced than the rest of the world. Yep. North America, Canada, or North America, US, Canada, London, whatever, catch up. Like that's what's going to happen. And I guess
I think what is happening.
And that's what Cardano wants to do. He talked about South Africa and Africa so much the whole time. He's like, we are in there building that. Yeah. They're going to be ahead of us like 30, 40 years from now, as well as Latin America. Like the same, like, and because they're ahead in terms of, infrastructure in a sense, because of the connection, proximity to North America. And, so it's like those segments, that third world will become the first world. And North America will just be like, look how things are going, poverty and wealth inequality and yada, yada, yada. So,
and we're worried about what's in the vaccine, or
right.
Like we're like, that's the first world problems, right?
Right.
We're not worried about where our next meal is coming from. Yeah. Let's. Oh, you called me a him and I'm a Zai, or
right.
Like,
yeah.
It's just,
And it's like
going on.
These are important, but at the same time, what if you couldn't have? What if you didn't have food? They wouldn't be as important. And like,
no.
So we have the luxury to be able to
worry about nothing,
worry about that stuff, but when they advance because of blockchain and all this different stuff, like, I don't know what's going to happen, but we'll be alive for it unless,
40. I hope to be alive in 40 years. And when I say worry about nothing, I'm not downplaying any kind of anything. I'm just saying worried about like we don't have to go to the corner store and buy food.
Yeah, safely too.
Yeah,
we're not going to get robbed when we walk the dog around the block. Yeah. It's crazy. Anyways,
I don't know. Cardano Summit was great because I didn't get to see everything because you're busy. Life goes on. You can't sit. I don't have time to sit in front of it. I don't have time to do it. So I'm hoping they release a lot of the talks and videos so I can kind of watch it over the next week or so. But I'm excited. The one thing Hoskinson said, and I don't know why it stuck with me, was that the younger generation is the digital natives.
Nice.
And I was like, it's such
that's such a cool term.
Yeah. I don't know. I was like, oh, that's weird. It just hit me when he said it. I was like, oh, that's so weird. Like a weird kind of way to describe it. Digital natives.
That's really cool.
But and then another thing was they were talking about wallets and the dApps and all that stuff, and it was like ready, or what was it? It was what did I tell you it was?
What is like
Ready, build, educate.
Oh yeah, was it? Whoops. Create.
Yeah, sorry. Create. Yeah. Oh, fuck it.
Create, build, educate, or
yeah,
build,
something like create, build, and then educate. So you create it, and then you build the app, and then you educate people on everything. And that's the thing. That's the problem. Like you were saying, the 98% of people don't even really know what NFTs are.
Yeah.
We're hoping to educate a little bit, but I mean, we're not even that highly educated in it. We're just learning as we go and just passing on our knowledge or passing on our experience. I wouldn't even say knowledge, really.
And yeah, you're right. Yeah, nice. Well said, my friend. Passing on the experience, because it's like, and the thing is, we're talking about NFTs and trying to hit these drops and whatnot, and we try to get into a little bit of the architecture behind it. Like I was reading about Clover, which is similar to like Chainlink and whatnot, and it's basically how they're going to create these apps that are smart and moving around through blockchains and stuff. And it's like, what about the people that are building that? Like that's the real deep stuff.
I wish I knew how to like. I wish I could sit there and talk about it. It'd probably be a small minority of people that would like listen.
But that's a small minority of people in the world that know how to do that.
I know, it's crazy.
Like how many people know how to, that are designing rockets and sending them to space? That's expanding now, but like it's still a small minority when you consider there's 7 billion of us. Like, whoa. Like the fact that we're doing this, we are literally in the upper percentile of the capability of like what's out there. 98% of the people still don't know this is a thing. Yeah.
I hope people are
enjoying it. And pretty much everyone
we
talk to in our networks, which are pretty large, literally don't know this is a thing.
Yeah.
Oof.
What are we going to do?
That's why we're doing the podcast. Yeah. That's why, just to make us stay doing it.
Yeah. I hope people are enjoying it. I mean, we go off tangent a little bit, but
it's all good.
Cardano Summit was this weekend.
Yeah. Thank God they had it on the weekend, eh? I was like, I appreciated that. I was like, yeah, during the week, I wouldn't be able to catch any of that.
No, it's too busy. But, I mean, what does it matter? We're still too busy to watch it.
That's true. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But we were involved. I did the challenge. We'll see what goes on from there. But big things for Cardano. Again, maybe one day we'll shut up about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's funny. Like, I don't see any other project that's doing like that's making the strides. Like there are
of course there is,
but it's like Cardano's like got the biggest community
right now. Like that's the thing. It's just on our radar.
Yeah.
Like there's I can't even imagine how many chains there are out there.
Yeah.
Like is Dogecoin on its own chain?
No, they're a meme. They're not. They are, but they're not like. They don't have any like utility or anything.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's a lot of meme coins, right?
Coin. Yeah. Like, quite literally, they're designed as a joke.
It was a joke that just kind of snowballed into something.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But, I think, I don't know. That's all I got for, oh wait, you know what? Nah, that's all I got. Like we could talk about some of the partnerships that were announced at Cardano Summit, like Brand Tasmania, which is basically, they provide like alcoholic drinks. They're going to have their whole, actually, no, we should mention this. They're going to have their whole supply chain infrastructure being able to be supported by the blockchain and accept payment in crypto as well. So it's like, that's actually a big deal because it's like, okay, the way this stuff works is if you can get, let's say you have Bitcoin or kind of ADA or whatever you have, and you can interact with the company without converting it to fiat. Right now, you make that conversion for your crypto doggo and get 800 large for that. You're going to either reinvest that or pull that out and take care of your family in cash. You're not just going to leave it in that and go to the corner store.
No, you can't. Yeah, exactly. You're not spending Cardano or Bitcoin there's no one really accepts it.
Yeah, I will. I'll accept that. Well, it's
the one country took it or adopted it. We didn't even bring that up.
Oh right, yeah.
Who was it?
Cuba did it. So El
Salvador.
They did it first. That's official currency, but Cuba also did it recently, like last week.
So there you go.
But they didn't provide any like infrastructure. Like you have to accept it or something.
If someone has it, you have to accept it. It's not necessarily their only form of currency, but it's like they've adopted it as a formal currency now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think you're right. But
So-
here's the thing. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say Dish Network. I was gonna bring that up.
Oh
but
yeah.
But
But here's the thing: like, if when you can end to end live your life in crypto, and people see how easy it is. That's when I think things are gonna really get nuts for like overall adoption.
I think we're a long way away from that.
Yeah, I think so. But
because you got to think
'Cause
banks
unless
are got to
that-
all those big wig bankers have to
forfeit
lose
the
control. Yeah, they got to exactly.
Yeah, unless that happens, this will still be in the space of art and
a
community
niche-
and
a
games.
niche
and-
thing, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be what it is. It'll make money, no doubt. Like, look at Fortnite and having Travis Scott and like concerts and stuff like that.
That was so
You
dope.
you went to that.
You and
didn't
me,
you?
were, yeah. Me and my daughter were like, we went to that concert like 4 or 5, 6 times
Yeah, that's
because
crazy.
it was over a course of a week or
Yeah.
a weekend or something.
So it's like, yeah, I think, yeah, you showed me about. Anyway, so Dish
track.
Network.
Yeah, I was gonna say we got off track.
yeah.
We got to wrap it up soon, anyways.
Yeah.
But Dish Network announced a partnership with Cardano. I don't understand it too much. I guess their phones are going to be on the network or something. They want to get into like the mobile services.
I don't know either. Like, we're Canadians, so we don't.
Yeah,
they're
I
not-
don't even know. I know Dish Network. I don't even know what.
I've heard of them. I know that they do stuff, telecom stuff.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's less about like what they'll do per se in terms of will they offer this or will they offer that. I think the most important part is that they're a huge company, like the equivalent of like.
They're one of the
Telus
was
or
it
something, or-
250, the top 250.
Oh, yeah?
company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're huge, and it's like if they're going with Cardano, I'm gonna put blockchain technology in their infrastructure. That means all the Cardano fanboys like us
Yep.
will be like, we're going to be attracted to that because we'll have I think there was talk about giving the capability to control all aspects of your plan or your delivery, and they're changing the telecommunication infrastructure to be supported by and like backed up by blockchain. I don't know how it's going to work, but all that means is that if they want market share, and they're going to be pioneering how telecommunication services are distributed to their clients, and that's future forward, that's future facing. So it doesn't really matter what they're offering, exactly how they do it. If they're committed to that, then that's going to mean a big change. And if it's successful, and if it's streamlined, and it's money, and they can grab market share from the rest, then everyone will follow suit. So I don't know. I don't know much more about it, but yep.
That was an announcement. It was a big news. A lot of people
everyone was
there
going
were
nuts.
freaking out. So, we want to end this off with you buying Decentral playlist.
Oh, I forgot I was going to do that. Yeah, let's do it.
All right,
That playlist was dope.
I already sent you you've got the address.
Do
and
I?
the price.
Okay. All right, let's see. So this is
So what's the process of what you do? You got to buy Cardano. You have to have Cardano.
good point. Yeah, let's run through this. Okay,
So
cool.
my personal thing was you go to Coinbase.
It's this one, right?
That would be
Okay,
yep.
cool.
So you would have Cardano in your wallet or wherever, say your brokerage, you have it on Coinbase.
Yeah.
You get the Yo-Roi. See, I said it right this time.
Yo-Roi.
Yo-Roi. You get that wallet.
Yep.
You send your Cardano from Coinbase to Yo-Roi. I screwed it up. And then you would get the address of the NFT you want to buy.
Yeah.
With how much ADA to send.
Yeah.
And then you go to Yo-Roi.
Yep. And then I go to the send thing and I paste the address in the address
Yep.
thing.
As well as the ADA you're going to send, but it also adds the dust fee, which again, if you're from Ethereum world, that would be your gas fees minus the 1,000 times the price. It's like 16 cents or 20 cents or whatever. So then after you filled out the appropriate, you triple check. I'm looking at you, Devon.
Triple what?
The address is right.
Oh, right. Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're not in Newton or Coinbase. And
No,
you're
no,
sending
don't
from
worry.
there. We don't need A to go off into the abyss
into
again.
the Ethereum like last time, or Ethereum. Into the ether.
Into the ether. So after you've checked the address a couple times, you've made sure you got the right ADA, you would send it.
Yes, the
And
address
then
looks good.
within, depending on, it's a Sunday night. I don't think there's much going on. You might get it in like 2-3 minutes. And the beauty part of the Decentral Perk was
Yeah, is the thing.
there's 2 albums. there's a standard, which is 90% mint, and then there's the rare, I guess it would be rare, deluxe version of it.
Ooh, I hope I get the deluxe.
Which you got a 10% chance of getting it.
All right, posted 12. We're in. Okay.
And then there he goes. And he lost it.
No, I didn't. All right, just put in this.
So that would be the process for Cardano.
Okay.
It would kind of be the same process if you're doing Ethereum blockchain or whatever. You buy it from your brokerage or wherever you're getting it, put it into the wallet that's compatible with what you're buying, and then you send it up.
And then you wait a second, 2 seconds.
Perfect mob. I waited like a day and a half.
Yes.
So it depends on the.
And then I'll have sweet beats to play in Decentraland and the real world.
Yep.
So that's all I got.
I think we're done, buddy.
Yeah, honestly, it was a big week.
It was, and we barely got onto anything that we had for show notes.
Yeah,
because we went off on a tangent.
All good though. This is gonna drop earlier than normal. We're switching up our posting schedule.
Yeah, we're gonna try, because we realize the NFT world and crypto world is so damn quick and fast. Like it's so hard to stay on top of everything. We realize we're recording and then dropping it 2 weeks later, and it's like
we're so beyond
the NFT we're talking about might not even exist. It might have been deleted. You know what I mean?
Right. It's like we mentioned the drop, and it's like when you hear this, that drop would have happened. Like the Gnomies drop, that would have happened 2 days ago by the time this goes live.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
so
a day ago, yeah.
But that's the thing. So we're gonna try and record at the end of the week for the beginning of the next week or whatever.
Yeah.
To try and stay on top of things a bit more. But here's the thing: something like Gnomies or Mob, or there's gonna be more. Like it's not gonna necessarily be the lore hunters in the Mob.
Yeah.
It's gonna be something else, like crypto dinos or sea dinos or any of that kind of stuff, right? Like they come out with new versions of the same stuff, so you're not going to be left behind.
I'm excited I think we have to jump into a Solana project, and we'll see what that's like.
I think we have to.
Yeah, we'll grab some of this. Also, I think I gotta just buy some more ADA just to hold.
And pay me.
All right. That's it for NFGs this week. Non-Fungible Guys podcast on NFTs and crypto. I am one of your hosts, Devon C. Codrington, and
I'm Ryan. We'll leave it at that for now.
And that's it. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Thank you, everyone.